Hi, everyone, and welcome to U.S. History to 1877 with me. My name is Dr. Lauren Thompson. Most people call me LT. It's easy and it's short, so feel free to call me LT. Welcome to summer 2021. I know we have been learning online and through hybrid format for the past year, so it definitely is exhausting, but I'm glad you stayed over school this summer and you're going to come on board through this journey of US history with me. And so I want to just welcome you to the class so you can see my face and watch this video. And in this video, I will have a few things that I'd like to share with you. The schedule, a little Brightspace tutorial, and then a quick kind of summary of some of my policies. So usually when we're in class, we call this syllabus week. So this is my syllabus day video. All right, so first things first, if you've already checked out the syllabus, you will understand this. But if you haven't, this will be a surprise. So this summer's course that you're in with me will not be 8 weeks, it will be 7 weeks. And it will be 8 weeks of content, so you will get all the material, you will get your money's worth, but we are going to make it in 7 weeks instead of 8. And here's why. Last summer, I was supposed to get married, but because of COVID, my fiance and I postponed it to this July. And so I'm getting married on July 31st this summer. And July 31st happens to be what technically should be the last day of our summer class. Now, I love y'all so much, but I really want to get married. And I think we just should wrap things up a week early. So that way, your materials are due July 23rd. It's a Friday. I will grade everything and have your final grades done that weekend. And then that way I can have my wedding week and you all can have an extra week of summer vacation before you return to school in August. So I hope that's okay with everyone. Again, you'll be getting all the material that the 8-week courses get. We're just going to kind of put different things in different weeks so that it will be a 7-week course. If you have any questions about that, let me know. But yes, our last day of class will be July 23rd, and that's a Friday. All right, so after, I guess, a week or a year of online learning, I think some of you are pretty good with Brightspace. But if this is your first course at McKendree, or if you had faculty that just didn't use it, I want to give you a brief little tutorial about our course. And so I am going to share my screen, or I'm going to make me little and show you our screen. And so here is our summer course. When you go to Brightspace, you'll see all your courses. Mine is the beach, so you can't miss it. It's the beach, and it says U.S. History with LT Summer 2021. And so when you'll see our Blackboard, or sorry, I keep saying Blackboard, our Brightspace course, I try to keep it organized, and I try to only put necessary things on there so there's not a lot of clutter. And so you will see our modules, which are on the left side. These are the most important. You'll see our course syllabus, our best practices, where you should go, to check out kind of how to do things, and then our 7 modules with, at the end, McKendree resources. And modules and weeks are interchangeable. So week 1, module 1, week 2, module 2. So you can see it's pretty organized on the left side. I'll post announcements here. I usually make video announcements, but sometimes they're written if they're brief and just things I need to alert you all to. There's my profile in case you missed me and want to see my face. And then we have our calendar that shows due dates. So that's kind of good to use if you like to plan out your schedule. All right, so let me kind of bring you into the modules because this is where the meat and potatoes of the course will be. Our course syllabus is right here. Open it, download it, print it, have it nearby. That is going to guide you through this course. It's asynchronous, so we won't be meeting on Zoom. You work at your own pace, and so it's important to have that schedule nearby so that you can stay on top of your work and not have to, or hopefully not procrastinate and wait till the last minute, because that's when things can get stressful. Then we have our best practices. I really like this tab, and for week one, I suggest going through this. So I'll show you what's here. My keys to success. It's a list of kind of more in-depth information that I would go over with you in class if we were in person, and that the syllabus it explains the syllabus a little bit more. So check that out. And then I made you a video on more in-depth tips and instructions on discussion boards and more in-depth tips and instructions on our essay responses. And so that way you can kind of see what my expectations are and kind of use my feedback before you start, right? And then if you have more questions, I can obviously help you as you're working on your assignments. Okay, so best practices and how to and the syllabus are your most important introductory tabs. So definitely read through all of those kind of materials this week, because again, for an online class, you kind of have to be proactive and be a self-starter to read the material. I'm here for you and I can help you, but because I don't have that one-on-one time in face-to-face, I'm relying on you to do that on your own. Okay, so these two are the best place to start. Then for this week, you'll go into week one, and I'm actually going to go on week two to show you what week two looks like, because the assignments are a little shorter on week one because it's our first week. We're just starting out. So let me show you kind of what a full module or a full week's material look like. And so when you click on the week, you will see the dates right at the top. I usually have a picture that depicts something we're talking about, and then you will see 4 things. So what these 4 things are your assignments. The first will be your PowerPoint. Now, I do not have a textbook for this class. One of the reasons is they are extremely expensive, like $150. And so I made it easy for you so you don't have to spend your money, and took all the things I've learned through getting my PhD and writing a book. I wrote a book. I've used that knowledge and put them into succinct, hopefully engaging PowerPoints for you to read, right? And that way you don't have to spend money on a book and read tons of pages when I kind of broke it down for you on the PowerPoint. So you read your PowerPoint and then you will take a quiz. The quiz is 10 questions. You have an hour to complete it. You can't go back. So once you have a final, answer, you can only move forward. It's worth 20 points, and it's obviously open PowerPoint. So that's kind of getting your feet wet with the material. Then we will come down to discussions, and discussion questions are going to be also worth 20 points. You will do 3 of them. And so the 3 questions that you'll respond to are in this, I guess you could say, discussion forum, right? So you click on the blue and you go into the forum, and you'll see I already have the questions here for you, okay? So you're not going to start a new thread. Instead, you are going to click on a thread, right? And so you will click on the thread and then hit reply to thread, and then type your response, right? And then post. So you type, you post, and you'll do that 3 times each week. And each response should be a minimum of at least 5 sentences. And so that way we're all responding to one another and not having like 20 different threads going on at once. So just be sure that, again, you're not clicking on start new thread and then starting your own topic. Instead, you are responding to the threads I already have. So you can see for this week, we have 5 questions. You're going to respond to 3 of those 5 and engage with one another. I think it's just neater that way, and it's more organized, and obviously it's easier for us, to respond to one another. And here's the discussion board rubric. So this is what I will use to grade for you. And there is the categories for the assessment. So check that out as well. If you have questions about discussion boards beyond that, definitely go back to the best practices and how to, and I'll give you, there's a little video with more information. Oh yeah, and then the last part is the essay response. So the essay response is right here. You'll click on your essay response. It's the last thing you do. The quizzes and discussions are each worth 20 points. The essay is worth 50 points. So it's a little bit more. It's a 500-word response, so double space. That's like a page and a half. And as you see, you'll open up the guidelines. It gives you the question and instructions. So you will have your argument and your evidence and your analysis, and then you will submit it to Brightspace. You just upload it and attach it like an email attachment and submit. And also you will see my grading rubric for the ERs, or the essay responses, are right here. Okay. And so definitely check these out, the rubrics, because that's, how I will assess you, and you will upload it here. Okay. So each week the response will be the same directions and the same format, but obviously the questions will change because, the material will change each week. And so you'll have 6 essay responses, weeks 2 through 7. And if you have questions about the essay responses, obviously you can ask me anytime, but definitely check out the best practices and how-tos, because I give you a little video on tips. So definitely check these out this week so you'll be ready to complete your assignments. A few last things is up here, you'll see your essay responses are under assignments, discussion boards are all here, quizzes are all here. That's where you can check your grades. You can use this little envelope or this little message DM, and you can slide in my DMs or send me an email if you have questions. You can also communicate with one another, and that's a great way, to ask questions as well. And I think that's about it as far as Brightspace goes. So that is kind of our class in a nutshell. So definitely over this first kind of introductory week to the class, poke around, familiarize yourself with my Brightspace page. I know some faculty don't use it, or some faculty put a lot on there. I try to keep it neat and clean and organized so that it's easier for all of us. Okay, so with Brightspace, let me know if you have any questions. I'm happy to walk you through it even more. And definitely check out the syllabus, the tips, and then the discussion board and essay response tips. The last thing is our assignment deadlines. I know last semester, or at least for me, I had everything due on Sunday at midnight, and my students and I started to hate it because over the weekend, the last thing you want to do is remember that you have work to do and spend your Sunday nights doing work. And so the deadlines for all of our assignments this semester is Fridays at 5 p.m. Central Time. This is a great example of what we call end of business, which means usually the end of business is Friday at 5. And so that way you're not spending your weekends in the summer doing discussion boards. I'm not spending, my Mondays with tons of things to grade, and you can get your work done on Friday by 5 and then enjoy your weekend. And so the penalties for late discussion boards and late quizzes is at 5 o'clock Central Time on Friday, they close. You can't make them up. Essay responses, you can turn in late, and they are a 5-point deduction per day. That's not me trying to be an asshole. It's just the pace of the summer course. If we start to get behind, things add up, and that can really deter your ability to succeed in the class. So be sure to have your assignments in on Friday at 5 Central Time. And if anything, major emergencies, family, health, technology, obviously we can accommodate that. We can work through it and come up with a plan, but keep me in the loop and communicate with me as that happens. Because if you start to fall behind, it can be hard to catch up. All right, so I think that covers most of it. Poke around in our Brightspace course. Let me know if you have further questions or see things that you're used to that aren't there. and we can work through them together. I'm excited for this journey. Welcome aboard. Head on into week 1, and I will see you guys in the discussion boards. So thanks for coming on this journey with me for this summer class, and I look forward to working with you and getting to know all of you this semester. All right, see you soon. Bye.